What up, world? It's Eternal Authenticity broadcasting live. Turning the heat down. It's pretty cold, or pretty hot up in here, excuse me. Anyways, I'm doing a video about why you should not be afraid, why you should not be scared, why you should not be fearful. And what I mean by this is just common sense. I'm sharing what's been helping me along my voyage of life, overcoming doubt, overcoming worry, fear. I don't know it all, and I'm no saint, and I'm no perfectionist. I'm just sharing what's helping me up to this very present moment. So, anyways, what's been helping me and what makes sense, honestly, is to let go of that overthinking stuff. And what I mean by that is just like the common fears that everybody has is of, destruction, chaos, mayhem, drama, you know, worst case scenario stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what all happens. You know what I'm saying? I'm only aware of what happens in front of me. And what I've been sharing is like, I actually had some valuable learning lessons that helped me to not be afraid anymore, because I went through a toxic relationship, and it was like dancing with the devil, to be honest with y'all. And, it's like I was feeding the beast. It's like I was dipping my hands in fire. That's kind of what it was, to be honest with y'all. Sometimes it was all right. It was highs and lows. We both have our part to play. And at the same time, I'm not sorry for none of it. I'm not ashamed of any of it. I'm not guilty of any of it. And I'm not, going to hold any of it against me. I'm not regretful of any of it either, because it's already happened and I learned so much through it. I don't have any regrets throughout my whole life, to be honest. Yeah, some things we do desire to have a rerun and to restart and redo over again, and at the same time, it's already gone. You know what I'm saying? All we have is now. You know what I'm saying? Literally. So like that's why making the best of it counts. And I'm just saying like me going through that toxic relationship. When I talk about feeding the beast, fighting fire with fire, a lot of times it would be toxic. It was not sweet and rosy. You know what I'm saying? I'll never forget none of that stuff ever, ever, just absurd scenarios, getting dropped off, ran away from, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about horrible stuff. And at the same time, it doesn't serve us to keep ruminating and thinking about that and dwelling about it. So my stance on it now is like I don't even care anymore. I'm moving forward with the lighter and lighter heart every day for my own health. Of course, I care about love. Of course, I'm a lover. Of course, I'm a dreamer, an imaginative man. Of course, I love and I'm aware that I am worthy of the best top quality love there is possible in the entire world. And at the same time, I'm not going to hold, pent up, toxic, heavy, you know, energy inside of me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it does. It isn't cool. You know what I'm saying? It's not cool. When you're with someone, y'all are both supposed to just work things out. And it doesn't always happen, to be honest. I don't know everything. I don't know all of people's intentions and everything. I'm just saying, like, I know what's been helping me to have peace of mind is for me to be like, hey, you know what? I did literally the best I possibly was able to do. You know what I'm saying? I always stayed faithful. I always stayed loyal. So, like, I just have that peace of mind. I don't know what everybody else does. You know what I'm saying? But at least if you realize what you've done, and I've gone 100% by being faithful, by driving 8 hours for them to just go overseas and, with a stolen phone and them to dump me on the phone, dump me overseas and not want to talk to me ever again, nothing good to say, none of that. And for them to start saying, oh, yeah, they're now with the new guy, this and that and everything, that's not real. You know what I'm saying? It's not real at all. It's not real, because real love is when you go out of your way to drive someone for a long time, just to barely see them. When you're doing all these courageous acts like I've done. And for them to just hook up with someone next, that's lust. And honestly, I don't believe it. It sounds like a lie, to be real with you. And I'm not going to keep worrying about that type of stuff, because it's ridiculous that that even comes up. And the point I'm making is just that, hey, I've been through a whole lot of stuff. Just ran away from so-called friends, leaving, blocking me, running away, don't want to talk anymore, this and that. Guess what? The more and more present we become, the more and more we realize, hey, time is ticking and it's been ticking. It's all my life I've always had urgency. And especially when I went vegan, that kick started it. And anybody else that goes vegan on this type of a plant-based awakening, you start waking up to how like fast time really is ticking by. That we don't get another chance at this, in this lifetime, our incarnation. Okay. So how I move forward with it is just by saying, hey, you know what? I'm moving forward with no grudges. You know, I am eternal authenticity and I am worthy to have a connection with my beautiful divine reflection. You know, and her and I will have a family. I don't know when that will come. Honestly, it will come soon. I know it will come soon. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm worthy of all of the love. Besides just a twin flame relationship, I'm worthy of all of the love possible in the whole world to come to me without me searching and chasing and fighting and begging. No, I'm worthy to have it all come to me. Real talk. And at the same time, I'm still always out there doing my part of things too. So like the point I'm making is that, like I have to move forward with the light heart, because that's why they say the truth is internal. Is very true because I noticed in that toxic relationship, whenever there would be some gaslighting, narcissistic behavior, just not getting it right at all. You know what I'm saying? Just unexplainable type of stuff, to be real with y'all. Guess what? It was like a test. I don't know if it was some spirit demon or spirit angel or whatever I want to call it, but that's what it felt like, to be honest with y'all. Because it wasn't fun. It wasn't funny all the time. There were a lot of rough days. And yeah, there were some great nights, great days too. It was kind of both. But I will say the toxic stuff, I'll never forget that really outweighed most of it, to be honest with y'all. That's why I'm here alone. I don't have no grudges or nothing. It's just it showed me a lot. And it helped me to let go of the whole fear thing because I noticed, you know, that's the prime examples with your intimate relationship partner because that's the person, that's the being who is going to get the closest to you. You know what I'm saying? Who's going to know you the best, who's going to get the deepest with you, because a bro, a parent, a friend, a stranger, a mentor, yeah, they might know you, but they're not sleeping with you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about the deepest romantic level. I'm not talking about y'all single people sleeping around with everybody, doing porn, strippers. No, I'm not talking about y'all. I'm talking about the people who's out here really getting it, some real long term stuff, some classic stuff, you know, some sacred stuff. That's what I'm talking about. So the point I'm making is that, you know, I'm glad I honestly went through that. It wasn't fun. And at the same time, it was like a valuable learning experience, about my own self and for me to understand, some cool stuff about the world, you know, about cause and effect and not to feed the beast, not to go dip my hand in the fire. You know what I'm saying? That's what it taught me, honestly. And it taught me to let go of the heavy stuff. It taught me that, hey, you're only supposed to have uplifting, inspiring, encouraging, loving energy in your life. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be around people that's talking smack about you, talking low on you, lying to you, just trying to steal your energy and have nothing good to say and addicted to not getting it right with each other, addicted to, just not getting it right with each other. That's not how that's not what we're here to do. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be the complete opposite. We're supposed to be able to understand and work with each other, to be honest with y'all. So that's what I'm sharing with y'all. You know what I mean? Because, like, that's how it is. Like, technology is cool. These phones, these iPads, the computers, that's great, And at the same time, like, so many of us are getting deceived through the technology because, yeah, words are cool. You know what I'm saying? But how much more real, obviously, is it when we're in real life with each other? You know what I mean? Like, you know how many misunderstandings there's been just over text messages. I've had like a person who I've never even met before, but they connected with me on social media because they, you know, liked my message and everything. And guess what? I sent them a message responding to the lustful post or whatever. And guess what? Like someone they got mad or whatever. They took it the wrong way. And they blew things out of proportion. That's the point I'm making. Okay. The point I'm making is I'm here to live a long life, and none of y'all are gonna stop that. Nobody's gonna stop that. I'm free for all of my life, and nobody's gonna stop that. You know what I'm saying? So that's that. So with that being said, this whole world's gonna have to get used to seeing eternal authenticity every day, every day, waking up every day. So that's the point I'm making. You know, so like these grudges, these beefs, these arguments, these wars and feuds and you know passive aggressive behavior, it's got to go out the window. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't serve us. So that's that. That's why I love waking up and going to sleep. You know, saying my affirmations, simple things. For real. That's all I'm saying. Okay, and have no fear too, because so long as you're not doing the stuff that you're fearful of, it's not gonna happen. And you know what I mean, okay? Like in football, okay? I love using football because I played a little bit of football, not a whole lot. I played for a few years, like the whole organized team sport with the helmet and shoulder pads, and we did terrible. But I'm saying from just playing and everything, just common sense. Let's say after the play is over, y'all finish the play, the referee blows the whistle, it's a timeout and whatever. And guess what? Let's say it's over and you're mad at one of the players on the other team, and the play is already over. They already completed the play, all that's done and through with. And guess what? Let's say you choose to ram up against somebody and hit another player after the play is already over. You just, while everybody's, ready to go get water and stuff, you just ram up and hit someone. You know, guess what? That's going to start something. That's going to start, the other person's going to respond back. The other person's probably going to push you back, and maybe their teammates are going to come and, get involved. You already know how it works. We have all the experience watching, the NBA and the NFL when they have these big feuds and fights and stuff. So, anyways, the point I'm making is like, don't be scared, okay? Don't be scared. It comes down to common sense. It's just so many people are so deeply rooted in their ego, they don't want to. They don't realize this. But those of us who actually are kind and compassionate and whatnot, who are standing for peace and tranquility and love to live a life free of drama and destruction and wars and arguments and stuff like that, we're very sensitive to that. So that whenever we have had a chance to, dance with the devil, so called, we realize our power, and it honestly eliminates the fear because we see, oh, the one I'm fearing is myself. Real talk. It's that deep. It's that deep. You know what I'm saying? It is that deep for real. So just be be wise, be smart. You know what I'm saying? It may not be popular, and at the same time, it's very smart and it lasts in the long run. And we will have the story to share for real. So that's that. That's what I had to say about that. And then all the other stuff, like honestly, yeah, of course, all I'm desiring to happen, all I intend to happen, all I plan to have happen is just for everything to work out in my favor and have all the love come to me, you know? So all this other drama, lies, toxic stuff that doesn't serve us, everything, I'm pushing that to the side, to be honest, because it's like, in all honesty, we're worthy of one great true love. So, like, with that being said, you know, why stress over, we shouldn't be stressing over someone who doesn't want to be in our life. You know what I'm saying? Like, they should be honored to be in our presence in the first place. That's the point I'm making. Like, that's the point I'm making. Not to stress out over someone who doesn't want to be in your life. Like, it's easier said than done, but it's so true, because you realize, obviously, you know, they're running out of fear. running with fear. You know what I'm saying? They're running away with fear. They say two frequencies, aren't supposed, they don't exist at the same space and time, and that's, there you go. I'm love, and that's why I'm gaining my own peace of mind because it's like, hey, I know whatever is meant to be with me will be with me. Will find its Whatever is meant to be with me will find its way to me, and it will bring a pleasant surprise to me. So that's the point I'm making. Don't stress yourself out. Don't start overthinking and analyzing and building up a angry fury inside of you because it's not worth it at all. Whenever like you already know you reach that notch and there's no arguing or trying to just get through their mind or get through whatever with just speaking to them, let go. I know it sounds so easy, so simple. I've done a video about this, but let go, honestly, because that's what's going to help the whole world when we let go. And that's what I've done is just let go. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not worth my health. It's not worth my time to stress it out over someone who doesn't want to be there. You know, someone who has said and shared intimate, close, romantic moments and memories with you, and they say they love you, then let them show that they love you. Let go and let them show they love you. It's our turn to receive the love. It's our turn to receive the love. You know, and anybody that claims that they're your friend and they just disappear from your life and they don't want to they don't want to bother you no more. They don't want to be in your life anymore. Let them go too. Why fight over a friend that doesn't accept you for who you are? That's just real talk too. The real friends will always accept you and love you and appreciate you for you. So that's all I'm saying. It's Eternal Authenticity Broadcasting Live. Peace.